Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we'll be studying a program that prompts the user to enter a number and will display its root and square. Import java.util.scanner, okay, java.util.scanner and class root. So this is basically scanner class which prompts the user to enter a input, and scanner class is part of the util sub package, which in turn is part of the Java main package. So this is the main package, this is a sub package, and this is the sub package of util, and this is the scanner class. Import is a keyword that is used to import this whole package, java.util.scanner. Okay. Now, class initialization in the third line. This is class root. Now remember that the class name always has to start with a capital letter. You could add public also before this, but even if you do not write it, then it's fine. Then we move on to the next block of code, public static void main. So this is main method initialization, bracket, and then a new block of code starts. We have scanner, scan is equal to new scanner, system.in. System.in is a package which is used to accept input stream from the keyboard. So what I mean by input stream from the keyboard is, let's say, for example, if this is a keyboard and it has all sorts of buttons in it, representing various characters, letters, numbers, symbols, etc. So in this keyboard, if you press the button J, so there will be an input stream which will be created and it will show up in the terminal window. So say, for example, they're asking enter a number. So instead of J, let's say I enter the button 2. So enter a number, enter a number, and I enter 2. So this is the input stream from the keyboard, and it is only possible by system.in package, which is used to accept the number 2. And then we have scan variable, which stores the reference address of the scanner object. And new is used to create the new object with the name scanner. Now, what I mean by this is that, say, for example, there's a box that represents the total memory space of your computer. So what new does is, what the keyword new does is, it creates a small box of its own. It creates a small box of its own, a small memory allocation of its own, in which you can store as much value as you want. Not as much value, of course, it will have some, it will take up some space, but it allocates just a teensy bit of the whole memory of your computer. And the name assigned, the reference address of this memory allocation, not the value, but the reference address to this memory allocation is stored inside scan. Scan stores the reference address of the scanner object. So say, for example, and after this we have system.in. So as I've said before, a reference address of this scanner object is stored inside the scan. So if I enlarge this a bit, in the terminal window, as I've said before, I had entered 2. So 2 will go inside this. It will be stored inside the reference address, the reference allocation, the memory allocation. Int number is equal to scan.nextInt. So we have a variable named number, which is of int data type, is equal to scan.nextInt. So nextInt is a method, is a string method, which is used to read the input data from the user to be integer data type. So if you enter anything other than integer, so it won't be able to read any other input other than an integer, and the compiler will throw an error. Now this is part of the scan reference variable. So whatever number, value that you enter in the terminal window, which in this case I've done is 2. So this will be equal to number. So the variable number, or I'll say num for short, will hold 2. And this whole thing will be stored inside the memory allocation, which has the name scan, which is represented by the variable scan. And then we have 2 lines of SOP in which we will be able to print output on the terminal window. So root of your given number is. So this is the first component. This is the second component. And both of these components are joined by the plus symbol. It does not add these two components, it just joins them, it concats them. Now you have the math.sqrt number. So math is a class wherein you have various methods inside it. So say, for example, you have sqrt, you have CBRT, and all of these are represented by a string method. So sqrt is used for, of course, square root of a number, root of a number, and CBRT is used as a cube root of a number. So all of these methods are stored inside the math class. So you can access the math class by typing math dot and accessing either one of these subclasses, sqrt, and round brackets at the end. And at the extreme end, you have the semicolon. Okay, now let's erase the drawings. Then you have math.sqrt. So within the math class, you have access the sub method sqrt, and inside the arguments, you've written number. Now, whatever value is stored inside the number variable, in this case, it is 2, it will find the root of the given number. System.out.println. So you have another SOP package over here. It will print this part of the program on the terminal window because it is inside double asterisk. Anything inside the double asterisk in the SOP argument will be printed on the terminal window itself. The plus joins the component 1 and component 2, and number in this case holds the value 2. Number in this case holds the value 2. 2 into 2 is 4. So the value that will be printed on the terminal window is 4. Now let's check the answer. Okay, so Java C class name. So the class name in this case will be root. So root.java. If there's no error, then you can enter Java root without the .java extension again. If there's any error in the program, then it'll show you, and you have to fix the error. Now in this case, we have been presented by the string enter a number. We have to enter a number right now. And in my early example, I had taken 2. So let's take 2. Now root of your given number is 1.4142. So this is basically the root of 2. Square of a given number is 4. So this is the total output of the program. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you learned and enjoyed this video. This video will be uploaded on IsEqualTo Klasses Shivak, so be sure to check the video out. There are other videos also on the channel which you can check out, which covers various subjects such as maths, history, geography, computer. Stay home, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.